Good evening, children. Today we are going to discuss the quadratic polynomial, right? In my previous audio lecture, we have discussed the type of the polynomial, definition of the polynomial, and the terms related to the polynomial, right? Right now we are going to discuss especially the quadratic polynomial. So, what is the standard form of the quadratic polynomial, children? We are knowing very well. P of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Any polynomial having degree 2 is called the quadratic polynomial, right? So here we can write the standard form of quadratic polynomial. Of course, it is in the x term, p of x, polynomial in x term, ax square plus bx plus c, where a should not be equal to 0, right? Why the a should not be 0? Because a is the coefficient of x square, right? So if suppose we take the value of a as a 0, x square coefficient 0, then this term will disappear, right? So then it becomes the bx plus c. Now what is the degree of this bx plus c? X variable 1. So it becomes the linear polynomial, right? That's why we will mention here that the x square coefficient, which is a, should not be equal to 0, right? Now see, since the degree of the polynomial is 2, so how many zeros, or we can say how many solutions we will get for the quadratic polynomial? Of course, 2 solutions. If it is linear, we get 1 solution. Quadratic 2, cubic 3, biquadratic 4, right? So let alpha and beta be the zeros of given quadratic polynomial, right? Given quadratic polynomial. Okay. So what will be the factor for this? P of x equal to, here we have taken the zeros, that is the value of x, alpha and beta. So what must be the factor for this quadratic polynomial, children? Of course, it is x minus alpha and x minus beta. We can take the constant value also here, that is the k, right? Now, p of x is equal to k into, now solve this part, x minus alpha, x minus beta in curly bracket. So what do we get, children? X square minus alpha plus beta x, this is the identity which you have studied in class 8 and 9th also, alpha plus beta x plus product of the 0, that is alpha into beta, right? This directly identity, fourth identity which we have studied in class 9th also, we can apply here. So we get x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta. So this we got the formula where we directly, if the zeros of the polynomial are given to us, suppose alpha and beta, then directly we can make the quadratic polynomial by the given zeros. Right, children? Now, so this we have to remember to make the quadratic polynomial if the zeros of the quadratic polynomial are given to us. Clear? Now, we study the relationship between the coefficient and the zeros of the polynomial. So see, relation relation between zeros and its coefficient. Relationship between zeros and its coefficient. First, sum of zeros. Sum of zeros, that is alpha plus beta. Zeros, of course, we have taken alpha plus beta. So sum of zeros, we get alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. Right? Now, what is the b here in the standard form of quadratic polynomial? It is the x coefficient, and what is the a? A is the x square coefficient. Second, product of zeros. So these two relations we have to remember. Sum of the zeros and product of the zeros for the quadratic polynomial, that is alpha into beta, is c upon a. What is the c quadratic polynomial? C is the coefficient, C is the constant, and a is the same x square coefficient, or you can say coefficient of x square. Clear, children? So this is the information regarding the quadratic polynomial which we need to solve the exercise 2.2, right? One is, if the quadratic polynomial given, then find the zeros. So definitely by splitting the middle term, factor theorem, we can find the zeros, that is the value of x, which we assumed here, say alpha and beta. Of course, for quadratic we get here two zeros, and if the zeros are given, that is value of x is given to us, two zeros are given, then by using this formula directly we can make the quadratic polynomial, right? And we can verify the result also by using this relation, sum of zeros and the product of zeros. Clear? And this will also help us to make the new polynomial if some other zeros are given to us. Clear? Okay.